Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. I'm Judy Stelling from GetSetUp. I'm the director of the Jobs in the Skilling program here at GetSetUp. And we're excited today to continue our initiative to expose age-inclusive employers to our community. And in this showcase event, we're featuring Charles Schwab, the investment firm. And in a few minutes, you'll hear from the team and talk about the company, the culture, what it's like to work at Schwab and opportunities that are available there. One of the things that I found interesting as I was preparing for the session today was that, of course, Charles Schwab has opportunities for people who have experience in the finance industry, but they also have an opportunity for those who want to transition to a career in the finance industry. So on that note, let me turn it over to Blair Smith. He's the Senior Talent Sourcing Advisor from Charles Schwab, and Tom Nickel, who's the Director of Brokerage Services. Blair and Thomas, do you want to share your slides and go ahead and tell us a little bit about working for Schwab?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Judy. Can everyone hear me okay? Just want to do a quick audio check. I hope so. Awesome. Well, I'm so excited to be here today. I know Tom and I always get excited about these types of events, to be able to come and showcase, who is Schwab and, really hopefully educate you on, what it is to be an employee at Charles Schwab, how you can come in, get trained, developed, and whatnot. And so I'll be handling, kind of the TA side of the house today, and Tom will be handling kind of more of the business side. But really, a couple things, we want you to ask questions. We'll save all the questions to the end once we get through our deck and kind of go from there. But I'll go ahead and start showcasing my screen here. And we look forward to engaging with you. And Tom, I will kick it over to you to kind of kick off our slides.
Awesome. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Blair. Super good to be here, guys. Thanks for having us and taking some time out of your day to join us. And I'll tell you about some opportunities and a little bit about the company. My name, to start off, is Tom Nickel. As Judy mentioned, I'm the Director of Brokerage Services here in our St. Louis office. I started my career with Schwab in the financial service representative role that we'll be talking about today. So that was 9 years ago. Before that, I spent 12 years as a floor trader up in Chicago. So I worked at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the Chicago Board of Trade, and the Chicago Board of Options Exchange. So I was one of those weird guys in the coats, yelling and screaming, using my hands to buy and sell financial products. Fortunately for myself, I don't do that anymore. But I utilize advanced trading platforms to make those trades. And then I also help become better leaders and be successful in their careers here at Schwab. So I'll tell you a little bit about Schwab as a firm and who we are. So I'd like to fill you in just on our time, right? What makes us without our founders, we don't really have any company. So we get many branches of clients. Yeah.
Tom, excuse me for a minute. I don't know if it's just on my end. Is anybody else having trouble with the audio? Is it just me? Oh, Donna says yes.
I hear it like that as well.
Yeah.
Is this any better?
Or
is it the same?
It's a little bit better. Let's go ahead.
Okay.
There's just a lot of background noise or garbling going. I'm not sure what it is, but let's go ahead.
Okay, let me see. Give me 1 second. I can change something here. Okay, is that better? Can you guys still hear me?
100% better. Thank you.
All right. For some reason, I think maybe it was picking up on my WebEx camera that is not working, unfortunately. So I apologize. But thanks for mentioning that, Judy. And so I'll hop right back into things here, talking about our 3 client segments. So the first, we have individual investors, right? Those are the retail clients. These are clients from all walks of life. They could be you or me or our parents or kids that want to dive into investing. And they could be somebody who's getting ready to retire and looking to secure those retirement assets, but also gain wealth in the process. They may trade on their own, invest with newsletters, or maybe even more advanced traders who are looking to reduce risk in these volatile market times. Then we have advisors, or what we call RIAs. These are independent investment advisors who manage client assets on their own, but they utilize our resources as a firm to help facilitate in providing those clients with the best products and services in the marketplace. So Charles Schwab is currently the largest RIA custodianship in the industry right now. And then we have employers. So these are companies who are looking to serve their associates by maximizing retirement offerings for them as benefits, right? Helping to give their employees secure retirement benefits like 401ks or IRAs, excuse me. So those individual retirement accounts. You may have seen, as you're looking about information about Schwab, we have a new headquarters down in Westlake, Texas, state-of-the-art building. It's absolutely amazing. But we also have 13 other major centers across the US. So Austin, Texas, Southlake, St. Louis, where I'm located, Omaha, Chicago, Indy. We've got offices on the West Coast in San Francisco, even as far east as New Jersey. And we just recently expanded in our Orlando, Florida market. So these locations are where all of our associates play a critical role in making this company, taking this company to the next level. We've been able to grow as a firm through natural organic growth, as well as acquisitions like Ameritrade, which we purchased a few years back. Schwab is really a leading investment firm in the industry and now has more total assets under management than any other publicly traded investment firm in the United States. So that leaves us with about just over $7 trillion in assets under management. What a staggering number. And then also over 33 million accounts. So it's really fun to talk about our firm, but clearly I'm biased. I've been here for a long time, but I know our competitors don't really come close to the offerings that we have for our clients, because Schwab is able to utilize that size and that scale for our clients' benefit as well as our associates' benefit. We also have industry-leading customer service, really, that's directed towards our corporate vision, which is seeing through clients' eyes. And what that means is putting ourselves in the shoes of our clients, seeing what they want and what they need, and then making that happen. A prime example of this client focus is when we disrupted the industry about 3 years ago, taking our commissions on equity trades to $0. So we were the first brokerage firm in the industry to do that. And the sole objective was getting our clients what they want and what they need at a price that's right for them. Clearly $0 is a good price for everybody. On the next slide, you'll see our client first mentality is working. We're a heavy focus on our clients, a heavy focus on our professionals, and making sure that they're happy. We know that if our team internally is happy, then that happiness will be passed on to our clients and really create that best in class client experience. Our professionals feel important and included in our Schwab culture, shown by a few of these awards here on the screen. I won't read through them all, but there's some human rights ones. There's LGBTQ, Best Places to Work, Fortune, and Reader's Choice Awards. So these are just a few of the awards that show us that same positive result, where taking care of our employees is a clear front runner here. And we achieve this when it comes to appreciation of our associates, and that resonates to our clients. But really, it's not about the awards. It's not about this recognition. I think this is just a really clear validation that we have a great place to work. We have a really good culture, and that starts by making sure our professionals are taken care of, and that bleeds into our clients. So on the next slide, these ERGs will kind of show you a little bit of viewpoint into us really taking care of our associates on another level, and these are employee resource groups. So these really showcase our diversity and our community feel that we have as a firm. And you can think about these as maybe different clubs or initiatives that you're passionate about, or maybe that you're involved with in your own communities. These are groups where we give people a voice and a purpose to be involved in things that are important to them outside of work, but within the walls of our workplace. So since 2018, our ERGs have increased membership by 75%. So we now include over 10,000 members across Charles Schwab in these groups listed here on the screen. And it really gives our associates, our professionals, opportunities to provide support in leadership development, community connections, and many other aspects. I personally have been really lucky to be involved with our Pride Plus ERG in the bottom left-hand corner there here in St. Louis, and it's really impactful to see that we're giving a voice to a community and a family that they're looking for, but in a way that's meaningful to them personally. We've done a lot with our Military Veterans Network, or MVN, and partnering with local bases to help with career growth opportunities and resume building and things like that. In fact, I just sent one of my teammates out to Scott Air Force Base here in St. Louis this afternoon to do a career fair. So being tied in with the community in that way in many different avenues is something that's really great, and I love as one of the benefits that we have here. So with the recent social media boom that I'm sure you guys are all involved with, we've had our hashtag Schwab for Good out there. So you may have seen it on LinkedIn or maybe other social media outlets. But this is something we really hold close and dear to our hearts, and that's our stewardship. So being able to give back to the communities in a way that's impactful to them. A few of my teammates have donated time by working at animal shelters or walking dogs, being a companion for the animals for a day, which is actually a lot of fun. You can help out at food shelves, maybe even community shelters. I got the chance to work with our Habitat for Humanity, building a house, and luckily for pretty much everybody involved, you don't need a lot of skill to do that, just a pair of hands and a willingness to work. So I think they'll accept me back if I volunteer again. It really is impactful to the communities around us, and we have a workforce of over 30,000 people, and being able to be a part of that and give back to our community is really impactful. We also just did a great project for a charity here in St. Louis for children with visual impairments. So we made Braille coloring books with puff paints, read books, and recorded those so they could listen to them at a later date. And coming up, we're doing a giving tree. In fact, I saw it in the office last night when I went in, where you can pull out a Christmas list, you can sponsor a family, provide gifts and help for those families around the holidays, whether it be with toys or food. And for me, I love going out, teaching my kids about giving back. We get to go shopping and then wrap those presents for other families. We've got hundreds of these opportunities that are supported by Schwab. And currently, another great thing tied to this volunteer effort is we give every professional 8 hours of volunteer time paid per year. So that allows you to go and pick one of these great opportunities that we have, or even choose your own and go out there and volunteer in the community, and you're still paid for that, but you're not at work doing work. We're just giving back. So this is one of the many employee benefits, and they don't stop there. Going on to the next slide, I think it shows that we've been in business for over 40 years, building a business that helps people with their financial future. And we know that with such a large firm, that starts from within, right? 45,000 associates, we know that we need to take care of them financially as well. And so we have an internal branch that's dedicated for the financial advice of all of our associates and helping support them in their financial futures, as well as providing our clients with over 300 network branches out there across the country. We have competitive pay, many individual performance awards, both cash, stock awards as well. And another great thing that I take advantage of is our employee stock purchase plan. So this allows associates at any level to be involved and put away part of their paycheck each quarter and purchase our stock at a 15% discount each quarter. So if you're in finance and you like returns on your investment, getting a quick 15% is clearly impactful. We also have an amazing 401k matching program. So no matter what level you are in your career or retirement journey, even we for every dollar, or for the first dollar you put in, we'll match 250, and then a significant matching process or program beyond that to make sure you're taking advantage of those financial benefits that we offer. We help supplement that. So another great avenue for helping grow your wealth. I mentioned the size of our firm, and with that size gives us a lot of negotiating power when it comes to benefits. So we're able to really continually increase our healthcare benefits, but provide those at the same or lower costs. So we've got tuition reimbursement. So that could take the viewpoint of, like, maybe it's a college course that you're wanting to finish up. Maybe it's furthering your education in an MBA program, or even other postgraduate accreditations. We also do things like CFA or CFP courses. So all of those are ones that we'll pay for as a firm to make sure your knowledge is up to snuff and where you want to be. But a real the coup de grace and claim to fame we have is something that I'm looking forward to, and that's our sabbatical. So you hear about it in education quite a bit, but this is like a paid vacation where you're able to take time off. You get 28 days paid sabbatical every 5 years with the firm, and it's an extended period of time away from work, and you're able to utilize it however you want. You can go on a worldwide vacation. You can stay within the country and travel. You can stay home with your family. You can go visit relatives, or maybe even just take a staycation and relax and get some time away from the office and the hustle and bustle of the work environment, and have some time for yourself. So something I'm definitely looking forward to. I know that for sure. These are just a few of the quick hits and quick wins that show that our company cares about our associates. They care about our professionals and our clients ultimately. So I mentioned earlier, and you probably all have heard, Schwab bought TD Ameritrade 3 years ago. One of, if not the biggest merger in the financial industry, bringing together two powerhouses. So Schwab is very focused on that RIA business that I mentioned earlier, and our financial advisor side of the business, where Ameritrade was very retail investor heavy and advanced platform technology was something that differentiated Ameritrade. So when you bring together those two firms, it provides our clients with the best of both worlds there, bringing together the managed money side, bringing together access and execution speed for our clients to make those self-directed trades when and where they want, is something super powerful and has created a leading industry firm. We haven't lost track of that seeing through client eyes focus that I mentioned earlier, because we know it's the right way, and we know it's the way to help grow and retain our clients is by taking care of them and putting them first. So with the combined organization, I think it's clear that Schwab offers a ton of opportunities for people. You just need to get in with the company. We provide this financial service representative role as a great way to increase your knowledge, to gain experience in the roles, and then utilize our firm to branch out. We have advertising departments. We've got analytics departments, financial advisors, IT, fraud, right, is something that's becoming more and more prevalent in the financial industry. As we're trying to take care of our clients, we have a lot of investment in those different areas, but really the heart of the business is our client service. So as you can see on the screen, our financial service representative role is something that will take our time to get you fully trained in everything you need to know to provide that world-class service for our clients. That involves getting involved or educated and passing 3 different FINRA licenses. So there's the SIE, or securities industry essentials, and that pairs with this Series 7 that's up on the board. Those two combined are the bread and butter of getting you prepped up to be a full service broker. And then this Series 63 license is a state license, which will provide you more what we call blue sky laws and very state specific requirements. We'll take you through client advocacy training and make sure you know how to take care of our clients and what's most important to them in their financial futures, truly, so we can make a difference on every call that we take with our clients or interaction. Maybe it's email, maybe it's chats. We do our best to meet clients where they are in that communication effort, and we want to be sharp and on point for all of those interactions. You'll be able to take advantage of the size and scope of our great company, complete with great competitive pay packages and benefits. Also, as you launch your career with the firm, I hope it's come through that we're here to take care of you. There's a very a great message that we all take to heart, and that's in excuse me, I'm at a loss of words here, but that's taking making sure that we're hiring from within, and when we find great talent, we make sure we're cultivating that great talent by giving you all the opportunity to increase your knowledge, to increase development, giving you time away from your normal job to have that development time to pursue your career opportunities. So I've taken a bunch of your time here to kind of explain a little bit about Schwab, our firm, what we're about and what we stand for. But Blair, maybe I'll throw it back to you and we can start addressing some questions.
Yeah, that sounds great. Absolutely. So why don't we open it up to the floor before we, any initial questions or thoughts from the community here that's listening in?
While we're waiting for that to come in, I have a couple of questions for you.
Perfect.
So Blair or Tom, the financial services role that, well, first off, thank you for presenting everything about Schwab. It sounds like it's really a great company that's focused on your customers, but also focused on your employees a lot to make sure that it's meeting the needs both financially, socially, emotionally, developmentally for the employees, which is super. I love that. But on that financial services job, can you tell a little bit about what type of skills are required or what might be needed if that's something that somebody is interested in pursuing?
Yeah, for sure. I can kind of take that one here.
Okay.
It's a customer service role. So skills of being a people person and being able to take care and understand the needs of our clients and what they're trying to explain to you, and being able to service those utilizing our systems are a couple of those skills. We have an extensive 23-week training program for this role specifically to go through and understand not only our internal systems, our trading platforms, finance in general. And I mentioned the 3 exams, that SIE, the Series 7 and 63. Right. It takes you through that training process as well. We utilize not only our in-house learning and development department, but we utilize a third-party platform called Training Consultants as the vendor to provide the educational information and testing for those exams. And it's very comprehensive. I mean, 23-week training program is quite extensive, and we do that up front. And we put that investment in our associates because we know we're hiring the right people. We want them to stick around for a long time and be super involved and knowledgeable about our company and about the industry. Another thing that I think is important for the role is industry knowledge. So understanding markets, bonds, finance, stocks. But we give that information, we give that education to you. So we have people come into these roles from all facets of life, a lot from the service industry, really, because that's maybe the harder part to teach and to learn is how to treat people right, how to treat people with respect. Yeah, the soft skills, super important. So those are a couple things that I think would be the biggest telling traits of this role.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, the training, the 23 week, well, first off, the role is a full-time employee
Yep.
role, correct? And then the training
Correct.
is
Yep.
paid training. You're paid for that training? Or
Oh yeah.
it's part of your
Yep.
employment?
Paid training. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. And so we would so for the first 6 months of employment, we asked that people be in office for that training. So it'd be
Okay.
a partnership of classroom training, on the job training, and kind of a balancing act between those two. And then after 6 months, we have a very flexible workplace arrangement. I wish you could see on the camera, but I'm actually working from home. Blair's working from home.
Okay.
We got a little snow here in St. Louis today, and I'm feeling a
Ooh.
little under the weather. So I was like, hey, I'll stay home
Yeah.
and work from home. And so it allows us to not only be successful as a firm and take advantage of that, but allow our associates the flexibility to do what's necessary for them to take care of themselves. And so after that 6 month period, we'll allow up to 100% work from home, but also see the value of being in office, being around people in the same role, learning kind of through that osmosis type situation when you have people around your desks.
Great. And what's the application process
Yeah.
like at Schwab?
Yeah, I can take that one. So it's very, very simple. One is Judy, I believe we sent you some links that for everyone to have, but once you fill out that application, you would meet directly with a talent advisor here at Schwab, and they would be able to walk you through the ins and outs of every ounce of what the day-to-day is, looks like, more detail than what we'll cover today, right? More detail about Schwab, but really an educational experience when it comes to that interaction with the talent advisor, but also the opportunity for you to really understand what's next if this is the right role for me, right? And what that looks like post-application is very simple. You'll have that initial conversation with the talent advisor. We call it kind of a prerequisite, right? And then you would go directly to meet with the business and work directly with those hiring leaders through the interview process. And then typically within 48 hours, we have results to you, right? It's a yay or nay. And if it's a nay,
wow.
that's okay, right? It's okay. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. And we like to be able to provide that information to the candidate if it is a nay, because we're not saying nay forever, right? Maybe it's nay, come back in 6 months and let's go work on what we're giving you. And maybe you can come back and get on board with us. So we want to make sure that every experience that you have throughout this process is a positive one. We really focus on that candidate journey from being a candidate to become an employee.
Super. So Blair, I'm going to ask you a question. I know Tom shared some of the reasons why he enjoyed working or likes working at Schwab. What about you? What are some of the things that you find are great about working for Schwab?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's going to sound cliche, but I mean, it really is the people. And so I've worked in the industry for 15 years, and I worked for one firm for 10 years prior to coming to Schwab. And Schwab was always a target of mine. I wanted to make my client because I just always valued their culture. And every time I had an interaction with someone at Schwab, it was just such an amazing, even though they were telling me no out of the sales chair that I was in at the time, most of the time they were telling me no, it was still such a positive experience. And so when I came and had the opportunity to join the team here, the people, the leadership, the overall culture, I cannot tell you the value that my leadership, at least my experience, has been around the career growth and career pathing. And not only so much from a title and growth standpoint, just your own individual, and them worried about me personally in my life around how I can improve personally. And it's not always about the professional environment, right? We are someone outside of who we are at work, right? And so I really value that. And one of the things to top that all off is I have extreme flexibility. As Tom mentioned, I'm at home right now. And I have the ability to live a little further out and, be out in the country, which I value as an individual, right? And so for me, having that flexibility in the workplace is so critical. But what keeps me here is even more, it's the people. The people
that's
and,
great to
and
hear.
the company is amazing.
That is great. Okay. Well, do we have any other questions from anyone who's in the chat? or in the Zoom session here? Okay. If not, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. It was great to learn about Schwab and the opportunity that's available. If you are interested in applying and going further or reading more about it, hop over to our career site, jobs.getsetup.com, or you can go there by directly linking in from the getsetup.io. But we thank you for joining today and hope that you learned a little something about what it might be like to work at Schwab.